The natural hair community in Los Angeles is growing tremendously. However, it's not always easy to find natural hair salons or retail stores that caters to natural hair. So I have made it my mission to find these CEOs and shine light on them. Welcome to CEO Chronicles, the Natural Hair Edition. I'm your host, Valaira, and today, Ms. Rayna Brooks Lott will provide me the inside scoop of herself and her hair salon, Sekai Natural Hair Gallery. She will also transform my hair from this to this. Rayna, I absolutely adore your locks.
Thank you.
How long have you been growing them?
I've been growing them for about 15 years.
What made you decide to get locks?
I actually was natural for about 3 years before I locked my hair. And, of course, I saw someone else who had locks. And I was like, you know what? I want to try that.
Like, what method did you use to begin your locks?
I used the palm roll method, which is actually the more traditional way of locking your hair here in the United States. Historically, actually, people in Africa lock their hair. And what people are probably most familiar with is the Himba women in Africa who has the red clay on their hair. They palm roll their hair.
What advice would you give someone who's looking for a natural hairstylist?
Well, I would say the first thing that you should do when looking for a stylist is to make sure you find someone who is knowledgeable regarding natural hair. Some people say that they're natural stylists, but they really aren't. You want to make sure that they can work with your hair texture the way it is. And you definitely want to schedule a consultation. Sit down with them, take a look at pictures, if they have pictures, and ask questions. You definitely want someone who's going to be patient with you, who's going to answer your questions, address any concerns you have, and things like that.
I think patience is one of the keys to someone, a hairstylist. Would you not say?
I would definitely have to agree with that. You definitely have to be gentle with natural hair. There's a certain way you should detangle, from the bottom up. So when you just go to the root and just pull that comb straight through, that's not good for your hair. It's really gonna break it off. And the whole thing is to keep your hair and make sure that it's healthy.
When you opened up your salon, how did you go about finding your hairstylist? Did you already know them?
It was word of mouth sometimes. Also, I would meet them at natural hair shows or through networking, and also advertising.
Let's talk a little bit about getting your license. What type of license did you get?
A cosmetology license. And I got my license through the apprenticeship program. The apprenticeship program is an alternative to going to cosmetology school. So basically, you work in a salon or a barbershop if you're trying to be a barber, and that's how you get your on-the-job training. So you're able to make money and also get the skills you need to actually, do hair. And you also, there's also another component. You go to school once a week for your school time.
So the apprenticeship program, you can actually build like your clientele while you're actually going to school.
Right. That's one of the perks of going through the apprenticeship program. You actually leave the program with experience and, of course, a list of clients as well.
What type of hair did you work on while you were in cosmetology school?
The hair that we worked on was, what normally is taught in cosmetology school is straight hair, Caucasian hair, and chemically treated African American hair. Natural hair is not part of what we learn in cosmetology school. So they want you to actually make your client chemically dependent so that they'll come back and get the retouches on their relaxer or texturizer or whatever it is they're treating their hair with.
So if you're working on chemically treated hair and straight hair, how do you go about transitioning into the natural hair sector?
Well, me personally, I actually dealt with natural hair before starting the program. So what any skills that I learned in the, through the cosmetology training, I just kind of brought that back to the natural hair sector.
So I want to discuss the word Sekai. What is the meaning behind it, and what is the inspiration behind it?
Well, the meaning is one who brings laughter and joy, and I thought that was appropriate for what I'm doing here at Sekai, and just helping people feel good about their hair and making sure they feel like it's okay to wear their hair natural.
Let's discuss this logo, Sekai. Who actually designed this logo?
Actually, my oldest daughter designed the logo. I basically told her what I wanted, and she worked her magic and came up with this logo.
And does it have a particular meaning behind it or anything?
Well, the bottom, the brown line that leads to the leaf, that represents the holistic part of the salon. And the top line that goes above Sekai, well, that actually represents different textures of hair.
Wow, that's very creative. So you have multiple businesses. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're a teacher. So explain to me, how do you stay motivated and prevent yourself from getting burnt out?
Wow. I think it's really important to take time off. I know it's very hard, especially when you wear so many hats. Even when you have one job, it's hard to, take time out. But I think it's really important because you have to be able to decompress and, and a reboot. And I think that helps with when you come back to the job and helps you be able to focus and, get back to work and do what you need to do.
Well, I am looking forward to your expanding, and I'm looking forward to come back and getting my hair done. I love your locks, and I thank you for hooking me up today. And thank you for taking the time to interview with me.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you for watching CEO Chronicles, where we inform, inspire, and educate, and we encourage you to become your own CEO.